Hi guys, today I am going to start a chapter named The Fun They Had, written by Isaac Asimov. I am going to tell the summary because there are some students who cannot understand the story or the students who want the story in short. So if you have any problem or you want to hear the story in short, this video is for you. I am going to tell the summaries, and the summaries are divided into parts. So the first part is Diary Entry by Margie and the Real Book. Margie, a 11-year little girl, wrote a diary entry dated 17th May 2157 titled, "Today Tommy found a real book." It was a very old book. Once Margie's grandfather had told her about the time when all stories were printed on paper. Tommy found the book in the attic of the house. Margie and Tommy turned the pages of the book, which were yellow and crinkly. Margie found it funny to read the book, as the words in there were not moving like they moved on the telebook. Now the second part. Opinion about the book. Tommy, a 13-year-old boy, called the book a waste because after one time reading it could be thrown away. Margie also felt the same way. They compared the book with their television screen, which could have a million books on it and still had space for more. Moreover, it had not to be thrown away after reading. Now the third part. Margie's hatred about her school. Tommy told Margie that the book he found was about the school, but Margie showed no interest as Margie hated her school and her mechanical teacher. Her mechanical teacher was large, black, and ugly, and had a big screen. All the lessons were shown on the screen and the questions were asked. Margie hated the slot where she had to put her homework and test paper daily. She had to write them in a punch code which she had learned when she was 6 years old. Now the fourth part. Margie's poor performance in the test. The mechanical teacher gave Margie tests continuously in geography. She had not been doing well in the tests. Margie's mother, Mr. Jones, was worried about the poor performance of Margie in the test, so she called the county inspector to come and find out if there was something wrong with the mechanical teacher. Now the fifth part. The arrival of the county inspector. The county inspector was a round little man with red face. He carried a box of tools, dials, and wires. Margie hoped that the county inspector would not be able to fix the mechanical teacher and would take it with him. She was hoping this as Tommy's teacher was taken away by the inspector for 1 month when there was a problem with history sector. Now the sixth part. The geography sector set right. The county inspector took the mechanical teacher out. He told Margie's mother that it was not the fault of Margie. In fact, the geography sector was little too quick for Margie to read and understand. He had fixed the geography sector by slowing down the speed according to the level of a 10-year-old child. He also told that the overall performance of Margie had been quite satisfactory. Now, the seventh part. Discussion about old schools. Tommy had a discussion with Margie after reading the book which described the schools of the past. The schools in the past were located in a special buildings away from the student houses. The students were taught by human teachers. All the kids of the same age learned the same thing. The teacher taught them lessons, asked questions, and gave them homework. Margie wanted to know more about those funny schools, but it was the time for both Tommy and Margie to go to their school, so they decided to read the book later. Now the eighth part. Margie's schoolroom. Margie's schoolroom was located next to her bedroom in her house. Her mechanical teacher was turned on when her school time started. Her school was open every day except on Saturday and Sunday because her mother believed that little girls learn better if they learned at regular hours. The mechanical teacher was going to teach her a lesson on arithmetic about the addition of proper fractions, but she was not interested in studying. Now, the ninth and the final part. Margie thinks of old school. Margie puts her homework in the slot as commanded by the mechanical teacher. She was thinking about the old schools where all the kids came laughing and shouting in the schoolyard and sat down together in the classroom. They were taught by human teachers, learned the same thing, and helped each other in their homework. The mechanical teacher was flashing a question of fractions on the screen, but Margie was thinking of the fun kids had at the schools in the past. Now we are going with the chapter overview. This story is a fictional account of how the schools and books will be in the future. It compares the educational system of today with that of the future. It is based on a young girl Margie's diary entry dated 17th May 2157. In future, students will be taught alone at their homes in a room called the schoolroom. The human teachers of today's era will be replaced by mechanical teachers in which speed can be quickened or slowed down as per the need of a student. The characters of the story learn about the educational system of the past and want to be a part of that. They do not like the mechanical teacher of their era, which lack human interaction and fun. They rejoice at the feeling of being taught by a human teacher and wish to go to a school together with fellow students. Now we are going to talk about the characters. These characters can be given the questions to describe them. So, the first character is Margie, a girl of 11 years who wished to be a part of the schools of the past. The second character is Tommy, a boy of 13 years who lives close to Margie's house. The third character, Margie's mother, Mrs. Jones, a lady who was very disciplined and was careful about the hours of study of her daughter. The fourth character, County Inspector, a round little man with a red face who comes to repair the mechanical teacher of Margie. So this is the end of the video. If you like the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And you can suggest me that what chapter I should give the summary next. It can be of any subject of class 9 according to CBSE except Bengali. So live your life for purpose.